Hey, everybody. Welcome to Grounders TV, Adventures in Camping. Yes, we have started the new season. And you know what? If I'm going to start this the right way, I'm going to bring the right guy in here. I got Joseph Teffeau. Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir.
From Westcoast RV. And now, just for all you guys that don't know Joey, I call him Joey. This man is like the dude when it comes to fixing RVs. I mean, you've helped me out of so many spots I can't even count anymore. I mean, and some of them my fault and some of them not my fault. But I tell you what, if I've got a question, this is the man I call right here because he flipping knows. I'm just saying right now. Joey, welcome to the show, baby.
Thank you, sir.
And it's good to have you on as actually, so just full disclosure, Joey is also going to be, and his son, Nick, is going to be our guys that are going to talk about repairs and tips and information about your RV that you really need to know. We're going to show you the campgrounds and whole 9 yards. Hopefully we can drag Joey with us and, you know, you can come with us and we all go camping for a weekend, which I think I got us a place, but
we have our own campground now, so we can just go there and just hang out.
Right, exactly. So first and foremost, the RV world has literally changed.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of remember it back before the COVID world, and it was already gaining strength and speed, right? But now it's like full bore open, and holy cow.
Yes, sir. It's gotten crazy.
Yeah.
Our phones don't stop. Our biggest problem is we cannot get help. We have to turn down calls, which we hate to do.
Oh.
Sometimes it's 18 hours a day.
I know.
It's starting to make me tired.
I come by every now and then. I want to stop by more because I just like hanging out with you guys. You're actually very cool to hang out with. And boy, I can look at you guys. I'm like, oh my God, they are run ragged. And you are run ragged. I don't think I've ever been there where your lot is not full. I mean, full too. Not just kind of full, but I mean full.
Yeah, it's always full.
Now you do full repairs, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this show this week is going to be all about do's and don'ts, right? Do's and
Correct.
Don'ts, what you kind of need to know. And we have some surprises about things that I mean, okay, so we're going to start off with this one because we were literally just talking about this. So everybody is either switching over or the brand new units are coming with the tankless hot water heaters.
Correct.
Right? And they're good when they work correct?
Yes.
But when they don't work, that's a cold shower.
When they don't work, your weekend is full of cold showers and you're going to want to cry.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go from 100-degree weather and jump in a 50, 60-degree shower.
I do. I'm a weird guy. I like them, but understandably, but I understand exactly what you're saying. So what makes them not work correctly?
The water pressure. When you go to different campgrounds or when you go to different areas, like especially North Florida, the water pressure seems to drop more.
Okay.
The older campgrounds also don't have the right size plumbing in the ground to maintain the water pressure that you need for the Insta-Hot.
Okay.
So I'll tell you a little story. Me and my son were camping.
This ought to be good.
We just bought a new motorhome, and he's like, "Yeah, let's get to Insta-High. Let's do this. Let's do that." Okay, I don't care what we get, right?
Right.
So we go up Home Assassin. We're camping, and he says, "Why don't we take showers and we'll go grab something to eat?" I go get in the shower. I turn on the hot water. And about 15, 20 minutes later, he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I cannot get no hot water."
Uh-oh.
I said, "We better check the valves." So now we're out there checking valves and making sure.
Now you've turned into technicians.
Yeah.
On
now
vacation.
All of a sudden we're technicians again, right? So he come up with this idea. He said, "Listen, if we don't have the right water pressure, what if we turn the water pump on too?" Because they have your RV has a water tank in it itself.
Correct.
Also. So when you're driving down the road. So we did that. bam, we had hot water.
Huh.
I was like, we never knew this. It was just something we experienced and found out what it was. It was
Right.
pretty funny. But yeah, now we know how to contend with it. And we're going to make a YouTube video actually because we get tons of calls
You're
for
making
this.
one right now.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We get a bunch of calls. People calling out, I got a brand new 2023 RV and I have no hot water.
Oh, my.
And the warranty company tells us to call you. And I said, all you got to do is turn on the water pump and it's solved.
So my question is that pulling from the water tank or is it pulling from the water, your campground water?
Some of them will bi-mix and some of them is just pulling from your tank. The new water pumps are 5.0 gallons per minute.
Okay.
So they're fantastic. The old ones were 2.8 to 3.2. They're so-so. But when you had the old gas water heater, you just hit a switch and it ignited and you were done.
Right.
I mean, and you had enough hot water for 6-7 people.
Yep.
The Insta-Hot, I personally, myself, I don't want them.
Oh, really?
I don't like them.
So is it literally heating the water as it's going through the tubing?
Yes.
There's no holding tank per se.
No.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
And the other problem with that is they get lime buildup. There's no way to clean these.
Really?
So you get enough lime buildup. Now you need another water heater. That's $800,000-$900,000.
Nope. I'll keep my. See, I don't have it on demand. I have the one that's got the tank, and typically it keeps up with everybody.
Yes,
everybody,
and it will.
Right. So that's a good thing. Now, here's another question. Now, see, now you're making me think of stuff. So, is it okay to have your water pump and bring in campground water at the same time?
Yes. It's
okay.
We leave them both hooked up. We don't disconnect one and run the other.
Okay. So when I get my RV, see, I made a habit of turning my pump on, and I had somebody that stopped by, and they're RV years longer than I've been. They're like, "Hey, dude, I noticed your pump was on." I'm like, "I've been never told not to have it on." And he goes, "Yeah, you're not supposed to. It'll rain it." I'm like, "Well, how's it going to rain it?" He goes, "Do you have water in your tank?" I'm like, "I always keep water in my tank, always."
Yes.
When I travel half. So that way we got bathroom water and all that kind of stuff. You're going to go to the bathroom, that kind of thing. He goes, "Yeah, you're not supposed to do that." And I'm like, I've never had anybody tell me not to do that. So I don't know.
John, when you go to campgrounds, everybody has their own opinion.
Okay.
And that's what I call it, an opinion. We base everything on facts. We've been doing it since 1998. So if I tell you to do something, that's the right way to do it.
Okay.
Because that's how we learned. We don't guess.
Yep. So I have this thing now. Well, Joey said it.
Yeah. Well,
if Joey didn't tell me to do it, I don't trust you, dude. I'm just saying right now. So let's talk about tires real quick. I know we did a show a while back, but I want to talk about the tires thing because I didn't realize that tires can literally go out of date. And your insurance knows this as well.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick.
Your tire date code has to be within 5 to 7 years, depending on what size tire it is. There's a date code on every tire manufactured in the U.S. And this is another big misconception because you can go to one tire store for your RV and they'll say, well, the tires are $70 cheaper. But they're older tires. They're 2 years old already, and you think you're buying brand new tires, which they are brand new. Mm-hmm. But the date code's 2 years.
Right.
So pay the extra $100 or whatever a tire. Make sure the date code is correct. If it's 2023, you want a 2023 tire.
Don't even though they're brand new and they never hit the road, but being out of date, or not that they're out of date, but being not a lot of 5 to 6 years on it, that could be a problem down the road for you.
Yeah, that's issue with DOT.
DOT. Okay. Yep. So they really do want you to have the tires that are newer?
Newer, yes.
Or brand new, especially if you're going to get a brand new one. I just got tires from your guy, and the first thing I asked him, I said, well, Joey said. He goes, oh, God, what did Joey say? I said, well, Joey said, it's got to be this year.
That was Lucas.
Yeah, it's got to be this year. He goes, yes, he's right. It's got to be this year. So I make sure of it. Here's my other question to you. So on the Class A's, is it not good to keep your propane super low? Should that always be topped off?
Always keep your propane in anything full.
Full. Okay.
Yeah, if you can keep it full, that's the best thing to do, because otherwise there's a little bit of rust and stuff in that tank, and it'll get into your orifices. Your stove won't light. Sometime your water heater won't light.
Okay.
Your regular furnace won't light. Just different things.
Is there maintenance you can do on that?
Yeah, we clean everything out. We do our own maintenance.
Okay.
For customers. Because when you're messing with orifices and LP, you really don't want the customer messing with that.
I don't want to play with it.
Yeah, because
that and electricity. Nah, I'm good. I don't do either. I'm comfortable with anything else. Electricity and propane. Anything that can blow me up or kill me when it electrocutes me, I'm good with staying away from it.
We've done enough electrical work for you.
Yes, you have.
You're better off not touching electric,
yes,
John.
Absolutely. I've learned that. So let's talk about what West Coast RV does. I mean, so let's talk about the whole, if you can. I mean, we've only got 15 minutes of. I probably could talk for an hour about this. Let's talk about what West Coast actually does.
We offer mobile, and we offer in-house service. We do accept every type of warranty there is. Actually, we're the only independent dealer that does not carry, like, say, Jayco, Grand Design products, new ones, that are referred and allowed to do warranty work for major manufacturers. We have major manufacturers calling us to ask us what our opinion is when they're building a new coach.
Dang.
And you know what I tell them? Don't build it. Just don't build it.
Don't build it.
Because these new coaches are pretty, but the longevity of them probably going to be 5 to 7 years, because
wow,
they're just falling apart.
Why is that? Well, I mean, I have heard more horror stories about the brand new coaches in the last 2 years over. I've got one, and you've worked on mine. It's the 2015, and that thing is as strong as ever, because you keep it in great shape. And I listen to you now. I don't do things I'm not supposed to do. But that thing is as solid as a rock. But these brand new people coming out going, yep, I came out, had it 2 weeks, I had to go back, and the roof had to be replaced. Or this had to be replaced, or the slide out came out and literally dropped onto the ground.
This is what happens, because during COVID, they were trying to just push them out of the factories. They had maybe a third of the staff.
Right.
So everybody was just doing what they could to bring the numbers up.
Right.
It's like GE, their AC units. A bunch of companies started using GE AC units.
Right.
We've changed 5 on one customer's 2023 already. 5 GE AC units, yes.
Holy crap.
Every one we get, we change, and it's bad. And they pay us 1.3 to change the AC. I don't even want to do them anymore. I told GE I'm not even changing them. I said, you either switch to Dometic or Coleman, or we go to Rec Pro. I said, and that's it.
I didn't... So those are, I know you put a new one in mine, because we were at a park where we had a backflow and it just fried everything.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, when I tell you it fried everything, it fried everything. I didn't think I was going to get it to your shop.
It's bad. It's just, and other companies, we work with a lot of companies, Lazy Days, General RV. We do warranty work for a lot of places.
Right.
And this poor guy, I'm sure you've seen the video on Facebook. He had went to 4 big dealerships. They'd had his RV over a year. Finally, they told him to take it to Onan. Onan had it, charged him $1,200. Could not find a problem. This is Onan, Cummins Onan.
Right.
And he brings it to us, and the man is practically crying. He's an older man. He don't have a lot of money. And it was a ground wire, a ground strap. this is just stupid.
Is that 101 stuff?
Yeah, this is something that
101.
any tech
Any
should
tech.
know.
Wow.
Basically, they should just know this.
Wow.
So I don't know what they're doing. And these places keep people's RVs for a year, 8 months. Why? COVID's gone.
Yeah.
We get the parts in a couple weeks. We get the people right back in the RV. You know, I'm calling you days before I even say it's going to come back.
Yep.
And it's done. Well, you get special preference, but anyway, you know.
He just doesn't want me hanging. You just don't want me hanging around. I understand it.
We do that with all the customers, though.
No,
you know,
you
we
do.
try to get them out as fast as we can because they're not making us no money sitting there.
Right. Now, you say mobile. What do you mean by mobile service?
We'll come out to wherever you're at, whatever campground you're at, wherever you are. And if it's something
In
we
Florida,
can fix
right?
mobily,
In
yes,
Florida.
in Florida, we'll fix it on site,
Dang.
including replacing your refrigerator.
Really?
Yeah, we will fix it on site.
Wow. That's pretty dang good, buddy.
Yeah, we
Just
carry
saying.
the refrigerators, AC units. We got tons of AC units, and we carry most of the parts in stock.
Right.
Because I don't want to call somewhere and them tell me, well, now the part is unavailable for 6 weeks.
Right.
Because then my customer can't use his RV for 6 weeks.
Yep. It's so. Is it really good to have? Even though, look, I know some people can finance, some people can buy, and everybody gets a warranty. But is it a good idea to have an extended warranty on your?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's not one warranty company that does not listen to us. For instance, most places with these Swintech slide outs,
Right.
they'll tell other dealers or mobile techs or whatever, just change the gears. They know when I'm calling, I'm changing the whole system or I'm not doing the job.
Right.
Because they're all made out of aluminum. So if you got one gear chewed up and then you got another gear chewed up, well, the metal pieces that get hooked to the RV, the side panels for the slider going out, they're worn too.
There's got to be a reason they're breaking. And
There
typically
is.
it's the rail, correct?
Yeah, it's too much weight on the motors are this big. They're a 500 to 1 gear ratio,
Oh, goodness.
and they're as big as the window motor in your truck.
Oh,
And they're pushing in and out a slide.
that weighs 1,000 pounds,
Yeah, or
if
more.
not more,
Or more.
depending
Trust
on how
me.
much crap you've got on it.
We've had them fall out on the ground, so I know.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we have a forklift to pick them up, but it's crazy. They're heavy.
That is crazy. Yeah. Have you ever had to fix one of those on site?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Of a
Nick,
slide out?
Nick was just at a campground, Barrington Hills up in Hudson.
Yeah. Okay.
He was there for 13 hours trying to get the guy slide back in on an old 2007. Finally, he had to disconnect everything, and they got everybody in the park to come over and push it back in just so he could go back to Washington
Oh, my God.
because the parts are unavailable for the slide. So there was no way.
Is there any way to retrofit that with something
No,
different?
sir. No,
So when it's
sir.
bad, it's bad.
It's bad.
Sell it.
It's done.
Or you can even sell it.
Well, owning generators, we're a dealer. We're an owning dealer. We're a
Right.
Westinghouse dealer. Westinghouse, I got the part within 2 days. Owning is on back order to 2024.
Good God
And
Almighty.
this is brand new RVs. So now, since this problem has been going on so long,
right.
Yamaha and another company got together and they're actually building a copycat
Of the own end.
of the owning so people can get a generator.
Wow.
And they're half the price.
Have to. So I have an own end in mind, and
Yes.
mine's probably due for a. You're right, because before I met you, I literally had to take my RV over to Tampa to own it, and they couldn't. I had an issue with it, but anyway, they had it for a month and a half,
Correct.
and what might come down to a point where it needed a new carburetor because it was cracked. Yeah, and it's like, oh, well, that would have been simpler if we'd have known. They couldn't recreate it. That's the problem. They kept trying to run it and recreate it, and it just didn't work. So, so what else? I mean, so do you work on awnings?
Yes. Oh, yes. We do awnings. I'm going to tell you a story about awnings.
Oh boy.
When you get a brand new awning from LCI, Lippert is the company's name,
Right.
which is on 99% of these coaches, these brand new ones.
Right.
When you get a new one, it says, whatever you do, do not screw this to the flat-walled RVs.
Okay.
Every one that comes out of the factory, any factory, I don't care who the manufacturer is screwed in to the RV. By doing this, you ruined the RV because it will leak water. That's where it'll get water. And after a year, 2, 3 years, you'll see that wall start to buckle.
Okay.
And the awning will start to pull away. So we use an air-powered, I think it's 140 pounds of pressure, and we use aluminum rivets when we put them on. So this way, there's never a problem again. It's done. The awning's there forever.
So you have to retrofit it the right way instead of doing it the way they did it.
Yeah, we do not. I will not screw an awning in.
Wow.
It's wrong. It tells you right in the instructions. If the manufacturer of the awning is telling you don't do this, well, why are the manufacturers at RV throwing the book out? There's a reason they don't want you to screw this to the side of the RV.
Right. Exactly.
But you go to any other dealer, because I had a fight with a couple of them that had put awnings on for customers, and we were doing some other work for them. And I'd call them up and say, hey, listen, guys, you need to give these people a new awning and pop rivet it in. I never heard of such thing. This is what they tell me. Well, your techs are not reading the instructions. So I email them the instructions.
You're helping them with their own information for their own text, which they should
because,
know.
We help a lot of other deals. We work together, with Suncoast RV behind Kicking Wings.
Mm-hmm.
We work together with Jayco, Grand Design, just all the companies. We work together with RV World. We go back and forth. Cliff has been a friend of mine for 35 years. They're great people up there. We actually send a lot of people coming in looking for RVs. If we don't have it, we send them up there.
Right.
If they have a lot of money and they want to overpay for an RV, we send them to the big box stores.
Okay.
Because, they want 3 times what the RV's
Right.
worth. And then 2 years later, they're trying to sell it and wondering why they're losing $100,000.
Right. Now, so you work on everything from the little campers. Do you work on Prevost?
Oh, yes.
So you work on the economy to the luxury.
It doesn't matter if it's a $800 trailer that somebody bought in their backyard,
right,
to $1,500,000 RV. It doesn't matter if it's a B class, A class. The only thing we do not touch is engines.
You're right.
Now, we can fix engines.
Right.
But we don't have the time, so we send them up to Suncoast RV. Like I told you, with the tires and stuff. We don't do that.
And people don't realize that here just locally, we have some really great companies that actually work well with you. We got Suncoast RV, where I got my tires, and they put all that kind of stuff together. But then we have the other company that does the windows.
Suncoast Designers, they're fantastic. They have people come from all over the country to get their windows fixed there, and they let you stay there even. And we work close with them too, because with people staying there, they just the other day, I think it was last Tuesday, they called, and the lady's refrigerator went out.
Oh.
So there was no way I could get there.
Right.
My tech, we couldn't. So I said to the lady, I said, what year is the RV and what does it say on the refrigerator? And she says, it says Norcold. I said, okay, listen to me. I said, do you have a husband there or somebody? And she says, yeah, but he's sitting in a chair. I says, you need to put him on the phone if you want your refrigerator to work back. I'm not saying that a woman couldn't do it, but she sounded elderly, you know. So he gets on the phone. I said, listen, sir, this is what you have to do. And I walked him all through the steps. I says, just unplug everything, shut off your 12 volts going to the unit, and we're going to wait for 10 minutes. I said, you call me back in 10 minutes, and I'll make sure your refrigerator comes back on and it'll work. So he did. He called me back in like 12 minutes. He said, I had to drink the rest of my beer. He said, I was sitting outside, right? So I started laughing, you know. I said, all right, plug everything back in, turn your 12 volts back on. He says, oh my God, the error code's gone off the digital display.
How about
How
that?
did you know? I said, because this is what I do.
Yeah.
I says, I don't guess.
Right.
I said, if I tell you I'm going to fix this for you over the phone and you give me the error code, it's going to be fixed. Now, if you gave me another error code, I'd say, listen, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow when we can get out there. But it was an EO error code,
Oh, okay.
which means electricity was interrupted. So you have to reset the board.
Oh, okay. And by turning it off and unplugging, do you pull the fuse too?
No, you don't have to pull the fuse.
Oh, okay.
On the Dometic, you do.
On Dometic.
Yeah, you have to pull the fuse.
So much knowledge. So much knowledge. Joey, thanks for being on today. We appreciate it. Hey, look, everybody, look, this is going to become a weekly show, and we're going to have Joey and Nick on. They're going to tell you things to do, things not to do, how to fix some things yourself, or when it's time to call the professionals and have him or his son either come to you or bring that unit to them. And they're located on 52. Very easy to get to. I go there all the time, unfortunately, because I don't listen, and I'm really good at that. But yeah, so, you know, this show is all about how to handle the RVs, what's going on with the RV, what's going on in the RV world. We're actually gonna work on talking about some new stuff, because I want to. There's one thing real quick. I'm gonna do the phone app with your air conditioner control, your thermostat. So awesome, but neither one of us has played with them. We're trying to talk to them, getting over here to us, and all that kind of fun stuff. And then we're going to talk about RV locations, you know, campgrounds, you know, boondocking and whatever. So I'll see you next week on Grounders TV.